Alright, Shalom, double honors to the apostles of GMS, honest you brothers that be pushing this truth and sincerity. I watched this article this morning. I saw this particular instance of Esau being the devil, right? Being the devil that he is and exposing himself. You know, the scripture says that his tongues, the Most High is going to cause his own tongue to fall upon himself, man. Right, that's what you're seeing here in instances like that. And I'll read the article in a second, maybe hit some scriptures in here and there, if they come to me. But I watched this just before leaving for work this morning on RT, and basic gist of the story is, man, they infiltrated the Cuban rap scene, and they wanted to push their own agenda, right? Namely, coming up against the Cuban government, because America and the Cubans have been going at it since the days of Fidel Castro, man. Right? So pretty much this is how the devil operates, man. This is how Satan operates, man. And I'm gonna get into some scriptures showing you that this man's the devil. But I'm gonna just, I ain't got no scriptures prepared. I'll just load them up and we go through them, man. Right? But I'll start off with this. It says our rapper. Right, matter of fact, one just came to me right now, which is in the book of Psalms, man, where it talks about he's estranged from the womb, man. Right, so just before I get that, let me get this one. Right, so estranged from the womb, man. Right, they go off as soon as they, because these Edomites, man, they go speaking lies as soon as they're born, man. Christmas, Halloween, all of that, man. Those are all philosophies that the so-called white man put out there. And it's just all madness, man. It's all bullshit, right? Their science, their school, their public full system, that's all madness. That's all bullshit, man. Right? So let me read this, get into the article, and I might get into a few more scriptures, but this is going to be a nice, sweet, short one showing you that this man is the devil, man. Right? It says, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they're born, speaking lies, man. Right? And what's one of those lies that they told to our people, man, that we're not the children of Israel, and the scumbags in the land of Israel right now are the real Jews, which is a total myth, man. That's a lie, man. That's a complete opposite of who the Israelites are, man. Right? We're funky, right? We got flavor, man. Right? We're spiritually superior, man. Right? We're stronger. We're smarter. Right? And I mean, look at the stage we're in right now. We've been in slavery for the last 400 or 500 years, man. Right? And you got it to where you got Jake up in these different colleges. College is all stupidness, but then these certain Jakes, the Most High has it to where certain Jakes get some kind of status within the society. And when they get up there, man, they say they see Esau's system for what it is, and they can play off of it, man. Right? Notwithstanding, there's also the wicked of our people like Jay-Z and all of that who basically gave up their arse for some federal reserve notes, man. But nevertheless, it says their poison is as the poison of the serpent. They are like the deaf adder, which stupeth her ear, which will not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely. Right, break their teeth, which means to break their power. Break their teeth, or Yahweh, in their mouth. And what's their teeth right now? It's like military. Their military, which they have out in Europe, basically trying to intimidate Russia and all of that. But the Russians are not going to be intimidated, and when they feel some kind of reproach coming from them Americans, man, they're gonna attack, man. And then we have World War III, and we'll be sipping sweet wine in the kingdom of Yahweh, man. Right, having you Edomites in slavery, having you Ammonites in slavery, you Moabites in slavery, and all of these different nations, man. Other than the chosen 12 tribes of Israel, the 144,000 and the 1/3, because 2/3 of our people ain't shit anyway, right? Because 2/3 of our people ain't, they still believe, right? They still believe that stuff like this doesn't really exist. That this is just a what do you call it? A conspiracy theorist, man. It's just a conspiracy theory, rather. Right? So let me finish this up. It says, break their teeth, their military strength, break their teeth, O Yahweh, in their mouth, break out the great teeth of the young lions, O Lord. Let them melt away as waters which run continually. When he bendeth his bow to shoot his arrows, let them be cut in pieces, man. As a snail which melteth away, let every one of them pass away. So that's spoken about in the book of Job, man, when the Most High is basically going to do away with all of Edom, man. Right? and you're never gonna see no so-called, no cracker ass cracker out here, man. Some long nosed, red-headed, hairy ass cracker, man. You ain't gonna see that, man. Right? It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be peaceful. The trees are gonna be rejoicing. Right? The nations of the earth, after their 1,000 years of hardcore slavery, they're gonna be rejoicing because they're gonna have their peace, man. Right? So once vengeance has been executed, man, Esau's gonna be eradicated. This is in the kingdom, man. Right? Then the nations served their 1,000 years on Esau. So after that 1,000 years, Esau wiped off the face of the planet, man. Right? That's why it says here, as the snow melted, let every one of them pass away, like the untimely birth of a woman, that they may not see the sun. Right? It says before your pots can feel the thorns, he shall take them away as with a whirlwind. Right? Both living and in rough. And the righteous, right? Us here at GMS, the men at GMS, man. Right? The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. So we can, like I've been, man. You can hear the empathy of my voice, man. I get excited when I see his tongue full upon himself. Like I said, I'm gonna read through this in a second. I get excited about that, man. Right? Because I know it's a step closer to this man's society going down, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. Right? It says the righteous shall rejoice. We're gonna rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. So it's the Most High taking vengeance, but we're gonna partake in that, man. We're gonna be involved in the bringing down of this society, man. This is his kingdom, man. Right? When he seeth the vengeance, he shall wash his feet in the blood of the man. There's gonna be so much killing. It's gonna be like you're washing your feet in the blood of the wicked, man. It says so that a man shall say, verily there is a reward for the righteous. All right, and what's the reward? Going through the hell that we're going through, being patient, right? Taking whatever you're gonna take, so you can bash the fucking crackers in their fucking head, man. Right? When the time comes, man. When the time comes, you gotta chill back, right? Because you get overexcited when you hear some of these scriptures, man, and some of the stuff you experience in your day-to-day life, man. Right? Might get you, edged, but that's why the scripture says you gotta endure, man. Right, so it says, so that a man shall say, verily there is a reward for the righteous. Verily he is a power that judges the earth, man. Right, and pretty much, you know what? That's all points hit on the head right there, man. Without much further ado, I'll read the article and I'll leave the link in the commentary. It says, a rapper in Havana, USA, hijacked Cuban hip hop scene trying to undermine government. Like I said a little bit earlier on, it says, young Cuban hip-hop musicians have been sucked into a USAID secret operation aimed at regime change in Havana. Rappers from the underground circles were unwittingly supposed to promote anti-government sentiments, but the operation has haplessly executed. Right? It says a new AP investigation has exposed a secret program by the American Agency for International Development, right, USAID, right there, to infiltrate Cuba's underground hip hop scene, right, which is what and this is just hip hop, man. Hip hop is just expression of dudes that were expressing themselves when they started out, man. Right, and it was Jake saying, man, these cops are killing us, man. We ain't got no jobs and all of that. That's where hip hop really began to. But now they got it flipping up right the other way, man. Because that's how the devil operates, man. He sees what you're predisposed to, right? Namely the scriptures, right? And he goes and throws spins in it. So in the scriptures, man, you got stumbling blocks that the elect men, first and foremost, ain't gonna stumble over, but secondly, the 2/3 is gonna stumble over them stumbling blocks that Esau has put in there, right? And here's the proof, man, because this is something as simple as rap music, man. If Esau's trying to infiltrate it, right? So how much more so the truth, right? And these the elders always say, man, you gotta watch out around you, man. You gotta be circumspect, because Esau can send all kind of infiltrators in, but then you have to be a really good fake to fool one of the men at GMS, man. Right? It says, because when you get into this truth, man, man. Right? There's no way of faking that, man. You can't fake knowing the scriptures, man. You can't fake precept links and history and understanding and all of that. Notwithstanding, the Most High might raise people up to a certain point and then just let them go, man. I've seen that, I've experienced that. Right? Not trying to say I've been here for any kind of time, but I'm just saying, man, that the scripture says, right? Many are called, but few are chosen. So let me just wrap this up. He says, USAID has denied allegations claiming any assertion that our work is secret or covert are simply false, right, in a statement on Wednesday. It stressed that its programs are aimed at strengthening civil society, often in places. Now that's devil speech right there, man. Right? It says, like the scripture says in Job, like Job the 28th, I believe it's in the 20th chapter, though he spirit, man, though he forsake it, wickedness is sweet in this man's mouth, man. It says, often in place where civic engagement, right, is suppressed and people are harassed and arrested and subjected to physical harm or worse, right? But that's pretty much it, man. You can see that's just an example, a simple example of how the devil operates, right? He sees an organization that's a threat to him, he infiltrates it, and then he conducts what's known as divide and conquer. That's what he done in the Hamitic nations. That's what he done to Israel. But you can't break up Israel, not the true Israel. But he done that to the Negro, any Negro movement that you see, or any black movement or anything like that, any pseudo black movement you see within America, man. That's already been infiltrated, man. Right? You better believe they're gonna try to infiltrate, or already have, or trying to infiltrate men here at GMS. But we're circumspect, man. You can't black, man. Right? There's certain things that's gonna pertain to the elect, and we're gonna notice certain things, man. Right? You know, but we ain't gonna stumble over that as well. Right? But the point is, that's how the devil operates. Right? Infiltrate, divide, and conquer, man. Simple as that, man. Right? And with that, I'm gonna sign out and say double honors to the apostles of GMS. Right? Honors to you brothers that be pushing this truth in sincerity. Shalom.